What are the best altcoins to buy after this market wipeout? Which coins just kept pumping? Now, this is going to be important because we find ourselves at a crossroads, a very strong crossroads, where you might be able to make some life-changing wealth. Last time altcoins dumped 50% in a single day was during the COVID crash of March 2020. After that, we saw a massive alt season of 2021. We're seeing the same 50% dump in alts in a single day. If history repeats, we will see a mega alt season next. So let's look at the top 100 coins and see which altcoins ended up performing the best after this market wipeout. Now, one of the top coins you're seeing on the list is Bittensor. Now, I find this interesting that this is one of the best performing assets because I just heard Bittensor mentioned on the All In podcast this weekend.
And just two things I wanted to add here. There are other solutions which have not yet hit the ground. I mentioned Bittensor. I think it's an open source project that's worth looking into. I started a little fund of my own with my own capital to start exploring this.
So Jason Calacanis from All In is bullish, but let's look at the charts here. What are we seeing? So we covered Tau not that long ago. We covered these parallel channels. There's a very short amount of time to catch the pump, and then it bleeds for a while. And you can see it right here, bled. You can see it just kind of descending here. And then boom, very, very quick move to the upside. We're looking at 3-day candles. Then you had a while. You had a while to accumulate. It's just in a downtrend. It got stuck in this accumulation range for a while. And then boom, very, very few 3-day candles here. Next thing you know, it's pretty much at a top. And another consolidation, another consolidation down. And if you look now, we have big 3-day green candles here. And this might be a fast move like we've seen in the past. Also, you can see the wick came down perfectly. Now, what other coins perform well? One of the major winners I see here, very few coins in the top 25, but you do see SWI right here, also with a pretty nice recovery. Now, if you look at the 3-month chart, this thing looks brutal here. Let me share a little bit of bullishness. This is one of my favorite accounts here. Ollie Charts, really, really good trading. He's more of a macro trader here. He just went long on SWI. Strength is undeniable. Could be one of the fastest to recover. As long as 260 holds, a breakout to new all-time highs looks very likely. Looking at this chart right here, and this is a line chart on the 1 week. I just pulled it up right here. Now, this is a log chart, so a little dubious here. But this is just a clear testing of the bottom of the symmetrical triangle. I would say this looks pretty bullish to me. An upside, if we were to just hit the top of this range, you are looking at a nice little pump of about 32% here, going from 289 to 382. But that's not the only reason. We're not just looking at the lines here. The RSI also got oversold here. SWI must pump is not debatable. Every time the RSI hits those oversold AF levels, it rips like a rocket. And guess what? We're right there again. This screams a 2x opportunity. Let's go to the daily because that's the RSI that they're talking about here. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a warning. One thing that I saw on this chart was this doesn't always hold out, but it's held out for the last 3 times. That's for sure. Now, you can see here, oversold. Last time the RSI hit oversold, that was a Pico bottom. You could not get a better entry. You end up riding a very nice gain there. Go back to the previous point where we saw this. Also a Pico bottom. There was no little bit of divergence there. It just was up only. But if you go back before this, you do see some RSIs that, created a lower low in the near term here, but you want to make sure you're hopefully buying this one, not buying this one. I would not deploy all my capital, but I just do like this symmetrical triangle is a very bullish structure. So I would say, hey, if you don't have your exposure, you're looking to get some exposure, this is a good place to start, but don't go all in. I want to give a quick shout out to LBank Exchange. It is my favorite exchange to start trading all of the hottest meme coins and all of the latest altcoins. And over at LBank, you can do spot trading or you can do futures, perpetuals trading, and we're going to have a link down below as well as a tutorial on the top of our YouTube page. There are tons of features here on LBank. They have 24/7 customer support, tons of volume, millions of customers, and they're serving over 200 countries. So go ahead, open up an account, deposit some funds, and start your trading journey. Now, if we go back to the top gainers here, the biggest gainer out of the majors here is going to be Cardano. Cardano doing fairly well. It's up here with the coins that are in the 90s, 40s, 70s, 50s. So out of the blue chips, Cardano overperformed. Now, we can have a debate, if anything is a blue chip besides Bitcoin, but you do include the handful of those top 10, top 15 cryptos. Cardano overperformed everybody else here. The craziest chart I've seen on a major token in a while has to be ADA, down 62% in 8 minutes, and then 145% rally in the following 25 minutes. Insane. This lets me know there are people ready to bid on Cardano. And also, Cardano just got a big boost to their liquidity. They're about to have 50 million ADA deployed to boost stablecoin liquidity. This should help their DeFi ecosystem. You might see this trickle into the token price as well. But I found this post saying there's 4 bullish things in the chart for Cardano. I want to show you just, real quickly. Number 1, bull flag on the 3-day chart. Let's go here. We got 3-day. Is there a bull flag? There is. We do have a bull flag. We can go ahead and measure this real quick. Potential target for this is going to be flagpole here. You're going to put it at the breakout. It's going to give you a potential target. And you're looking at, $3.75 ADA. That's going to be all-time high. Go back. Number 2, we're currently sitting on monthly support. Let's check that. Let's go to the monthly candles. And you can see right here, we got a little horizontal line just to kind of set that off. That is definitely monthly support. You can see this is literally where we ended in the first run, 2018, for the candle body closes on the monthly. Check. That one plays out. Number 3, 3-day SMA 200. We're above the 300-day SMA 200, so I was able to hold that. All right, let's pull up the 300 line, and boom, yeah, we are above that. So also bullish. And last but not least, the midline of the flag. That'd be interesting if that plays out. So let's pull up that flag one more time. Let's actually go to, say, the 4-hour. That's very good. So the middle line is going to be this blue dotted line. And you can see right there on the 4-hour candles, perfect support. And now we're coming up, testing the top of this range. Might come back down, might bounce off this middle line again. But yeah, those 4 things all looking pretty bullish on Cardano. And then I'll add my own thing right here. There's all that liquidation basically got wiped out. Cardano went all the way down back to where it was, before the run up in November 2024 rather. So anybody with these longs that have still been open, they're closed. They're wiped out. So now the longs have been wiped out. Now there's shorts. And the shorts are piling up on Cardano. You can see this by the bright yellow line. The brighter the line, the more shorts there are. And when there's a cluster of shorts, oftentimes the exchanges will hunt those targets, pushing the price to those levels, whether it's above, whether it's below. The exchange doesn't care. They just want to make money. They're going to make money if Cardano pumps. So those are 3 altcoins I want to throw on your radar. These are the ones that are bouncing back the strongest after that bloodbath and might be a sign of things to come. I'm DZ for Discover Crypto, and I'll see you in your favorite alts at the top.